Just a reminder, we have 10 episodes of Air Show Team that are streaming now. Here comes the first jet. Spectacular indeed. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tell your friends, send them the link quick. Tell them they have got to watch this performance. This video will also be on our AirshowTeamTV YouTube channel at the end of this performance. You can watch it, you can rewatch it, and you can share it. We have 10 episodes of our actual Air Show Team reality series that are now streaming. We invite you, if you haven't seen it yet, to watch it. You will love it. It's a family-friendly series. Something you can sit down and watch with your friends and kids and just enjoy aviation. It is a docu-series, a reality series about an incredible story, an incredible jet restoration and pilots, demo pilots and flight air shows. They are excited to fly here in the United States for this American crowd. Look at how many jets are in this team. They're going to be taken off shortly and perform a spectacular program for you. Don't forget, this video is going to be on our YouTube channel, AirshowTeamTV, as soon as this is over.
The Italian Air Force official aerobatic team of Frecce Tricolori. Welcome to Rochester for today's official exhibition during this Rochester Air Show 2024. E permetteteci l'occasione con qualche parola in italiano di salutare tutti coloro che parlano la nostra lingua, in particolare tutti i nostri connazionali e gli amici dei club Frecce Tricolori che sempre ci seguono con grande affetto nelle nostre trasferte in Italia come all'estero. There's few words in our language where to salute Italian-speaking people and to say a special thank you to our fellow countrymen and to our friends of the many clubs of Frecce Tricolori enthusiasts which always follow us with affection in Italy and abroad.
my position on the takeoff. Thanks everybody for tuning in to Airshow Team TV today. We are live at the Rochester Airport. This Frecce Tricolori performing an incredible performance. Look at this team. Ten jets in this team. It's really hard to hear the narration today, but just know this. Because this team is so large, they require a larger box to fly in, from what I understand. So when they come, they're going to cross in the middle here. This is beautiful. bellissimo spettacolo. Indeed, here comes the solo. You are watching Rochester Air Show live on AirshowTeamTV. Knife edge from the left. Here it comes. Here it comes. Airshow Team is a reality series that goes behind the scenes at air shows. We go into the cockpit, into the hangar for repairs, into the cockpit for performances. We talk restoration. We talk all kinds of things. We've got some incredible things that you've never seen before, like this.
The solo pilot nose down and then up, time in vertical, like right in this close of the main formation and inserts in the separation of the two sections. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the break. Arizona. An historical figure by Frecce Tricolori dedicated to the place which is the meeting path of the perspectives of Italian aerobatics, where to hug families and friends without any military formalism. And this time, the warm hug of Arizona.
And they come from the left.
All over you.
And another cross. YouTube, here they come with these beautiful colors again.
Tricolore.
They come right over the top of the lot of reflection off of the screen. It's really hard to see them here. Right there comes the solo. The group is formed a V over to my left. Solo's hanging out to the right.
And as a tradition, it's going to be accompanied by the music of La Turandot by Puccini and by the unforgettable voice of Maestro Luciano Pavarotti.
Spectacular. Look at that. Wow. I have wanted to see this team. So glad I came here.
This is the memory we want to bring up the big display presenting the results of over 60 years aerobatic tradition. We proudly do it to show our first time on behalf of the Aeronautica Militare as worldwide Italian ambassadors. There are 10 pilots flying in Frecce Tricolori specific formation, but one of the secrets of our team is that the most
I see them coming through from the other side, on the back side of the smoke.
The commander stays at the center of the display line with the role of directing flight in the radio communication with the formation and ensuring the safety and spectacularity of the show. The moment has come, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the commander of Italian Air Force Aerobatic Team of Frecce Tricolori, Lieutenant Colonel Massimiliano Salvatore.
And they're setting up to the right.
I'm hungry.
It's going to be a runway 4 landing, so to reach the initial point. Follow as well our team on Instagram with the official account, official Frecce Tricolori, official page. Join us again in Italy or abroad, attending one of our engagement during this city sport aerobatic season.
I'll have the links to the official fan page and Facebook for this team in the comments. What a great performance today. So glad I was able to bring this incredible team to you today. Really encourage you to come out and see them in person. They've got a few more performances in the U.S. this summer.
Pony number 2, Captain Luca Pozzani. Pony number 3, Captain Leonardo Leo. Pony 4, Captain Alessandro Somalini. Major Franco Paolo Marocco. Pony number 7, the new engine this 2024. Captain Emanuele Berluzzi. Pony number 8, Captain Giovanni Morello. Pony number 9.
And Mondo, my apologies. I do not speak Italian. I'm not sure what your comment said, but I sure appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I will translate it and get back to you in the comments. Wow, that was just amazing.
The leader is touching the ground right now, so that's all from us today. We thank you for your attention as we say, grazie Rochester, arrivederci.
Grazie. Thank you in Italian.
Together for the National Aerobatic Team, the Italian Air Force, the Frecce Tricolori.
They're coming in for their landings now.
Presentation indeed, and as the jets recover, I would like to read to you a short excerpt, if I may, from the team's program. Quote, harmony and beauty are two words we all know. There is no need for a specific background or skill to recognize and appreciate them. We can see beauty in things, and for over 60 years, harmony and beauty has been the goal of every Frecce Tricolori display. People seeing our shows resonate with this spirit, and there is no need for them to wonder about the technicalities behind it, the challenges, or anything other than the fulfilling sense of harmony. We fly seeking for beauty. We fly to create emotions. We fly the Italian way.
Here they come. What a great team, great performance. Don't go anywhere yet. We've still got plenty more. Plenty more to come here on AirshowTeamTV with this live broadcast from the Rochester Airport. Number 8 coming in. Here comes number 9. Waving to the crowd. And last but not least, here comes number 10. This team is just sensational. This is the North American tour for this team from Italy. These are the towns, these are the cities they're going to be in. So if you live near one of these places, or even if you don't, get to one of these cities and be sure to watch this team in person. You can also get their gear on their website and check out their social media as well.
Sorry?
Doing live? Live?
Ciao, piacere.
Can you tell us?
America.
We have people watching from Italy.
Okay.
Can you speak to them and tell them about your team in Italian?
Saluti dall'America, dalle Frecce Tricolori. Siamo qui e ci stiamo divertendo. Ciao.
Awesome. Thank you. Grazie. We have people from Italy watching. They have a pretty long line right now for the team to sign. So we're going to go take a look at a couple other statics. I got to get you down inside this monstrous U.S. Air Force plane. This is your United States Air Mobility Command C5M. This thing can carry a lot of gear. A lot of gear. This is obviously used for transporting some of our larger military equipment. So you can see the tie downs in the floor here. Here's a couple John Deere's in here right now. Huge plane. Now we're at the tail end. You can see how this tail opens up. They can drive the vehicles right in, secure them, drive them right out the other end. And I'll bet they do it really quickly and very efficiently as well. You'll see what's out the other side here. We're going to give a shot here from the back end. This thing is huge. Look at the size of the engines. 4 engines. Long wings. Just a really gigantic aircraft. There. This is the KC-135R out of Niagara Falls, the 914th Air Refueling Wing. This is your flying gas station. Hey, how are you today?
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good.
We are live streaming on AirshowTeamTV.
Oh, nice.
Are you able to give us an introduction to this jet?
I can give you an introduction to it. So this is the KC-135 straddle tanker. All right, this is what the Air Force uses to refuel other aircraft in the air. So we can refuel many different platforms of aircraft, whether it be fighter jets, with the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, and then other aircraft with, from the C-5 Galaxy that you probably saw a little bit earlier. We refuel that as well. So we hold we can hold about 200,000 gallons of fuel at any given time in this aircraft. And we can also fly self-contained with that fuel. So we could use all that fuel ourselves in this plane while we're flying around if we're on an alert mission, just flying, waiting to see where the government needs us to give gas and who we need to give it to. Or we could offload it to multiple different aircraft in one mission if we need to do that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you head to the back of the plane, there's going to be a boom operator. He's back there toward the boom pod, and he'll be able to explain what the boom operator does when he gives gas to another aircraft.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
We're heading back now to talk to the boom operator.
That's why we have that need for discussion. And that's why if I need to get a hold of my receptor, so that's why that's the difference with air crew and ground people. It's something you learn as a crew. How much is training in terms of your flying, how much is training versus everyday flying training? Okay. Because if we're here doing refueling, which I'm going to do tomorrow when we leave, I'm going to refuel a B-52. It's training because he doesn't need fuel. Okay, he's in the States, so he can land anywhere and get fuel. So we always do it for proficiency. So you can't, like I said, I use the adage of like if you're taking a trip, a vacation, you're going to Hawaii, you're taking the wife and the family. The pilot that's flying you to Hawaii could not have been away from the yoke for 2 months. Like, oh, you know, one day I'll take a little break, I'll come back and fly 300 people to Hawaii. It doesn't work like that. So he can't fly. He has to go back through a couple of flight simulators. He has to fly with an instructor. He has to have an instructor with him. So you have to constantly keep proficiency. He may be current, but he may not be proficient. So you always have to fly for practice.
So then compared to practicing how much you're flying when this aircraft does is real world.
I only say real world because if it's a real need and it's overseas for a conflict, it's whenever we deploy.
Okay.
So every 2 years. So we're all in a cycle. Every base is in a cycle. Every airframe's in a cycle. Ours happens to hit every 2 years or thereabouts. So when we're going over there and they need gas, we're going there because they need gas. So
That's average?
yeah. Probably, every 2 years or so. Is that what you mean by average?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And you're not always deploying every 2 years as a reservist. You can volunteer all you want, right? Do every single one. Or you could, if you got a squadron full of 25 boom operators or 20 pilots, you don't need to deploy 20. That depends what the package is, right? But you don't need to deploy that many. So you can do like every other deployment. Or you can do everything. Depends on what your wife's okay with.
Good question, ma'am?
Or husband.
Or husband.
Active duty versus reserves, how long does it take rank up?
I think active duties will take you longer to go through rank.
Really?
It's a lottery system in the active duty, and you got to test into the rank. And if there's 35 of you who are testing for a rank that there might only be 4 ranks, they're going to take the high 4 scores.
Okay.
Reserves, you don't do that. Reserves, you just do your job, you maintain a clean portfolio, and if Joe in front of you retires, probably the rank structure just kind of works that way. Time in grade, time in service.
So there isn't really any testing in the reserves?
There is.
Okay.
There is. But it's not so much for rank. You still have to do checks and balances, get all these things done, all your training done. You need to be on task with where you should be in your career. And then there's extracurricular things you can do, so the supervisor may point you that rank. Okay. But it's still competitive, but not nearly as competitive.
And plus, if you transition to active duty, it carries over 1-1.
It might. Yeah, if they have the position available and say, well, hey, you're a tech sergeant, but we don't have a tech sergeant available, it's a staff sergeant slot, you may have to rank down to get the job.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming back.
How long did you take you to get to tech sergeant?
Way
Hey,
too
we are
long.
inside the KC
Way too long.
135
So I've been in
cannon here.
19 years
And
ago.
this is the
I should be a
refueling
master
jet.
or senior master by
And
now,
we
but
are
I got stuck in the
going to
staff
ask
sergeant rank prior
the boom
for
operator
11
some
and a half
questions
years.
about his position. So,
It took a while.
yeah.
The reason is not because I did anything wrong. It was just a saturated position. Nobody was retiring. Nobody was leaving. It's like when you're at your job. If everybody's there and the positions are filled, the boss can't just go, hey, I'm going to pay you more money because you've been here a long time. So the same thing happens at times.
Yeah. I see where we're reading about like the Army had London E4s back in the early 2000s, something like that.
Can I ask you a quick question?
You sure may.
Hey, we are live streaming with AirshowTeamTV. I understand that you're the boom operator.
I am.
Can you give us a brief introduction to your job and why it's important and what you do?
Yeah, so a boom operator is it offers us global reach, so we're able to take this airframe and fly with other airframes and in-flight refuel them so they can get to where they need to go for whatever the mission dictates. For instance, if we're going over the ocean, some of these smaller jets can't make it over on their fuel loads. We'll fly with them and give them fuel so we can fly to the conflict or do whatever we're doing, humanitarian, whatever the case may be.
What's the range of the plane, though? I mean, you're carrying the fuel.
We can carry up to 200,000 pounds, and we burn about 3,800 pounds an hour. And depending on where we're going and any diversion airfields and stuff like that, we take into consideration before we offload. And we usually have a good idea of what we're doing and what we're refueling as we're going. So I truly love this job as being an enlisted guy because I get to see and do and go where the officers and pilots go. The camaraderie between us, I think, is great. And doing this job, I just think is really neat. You go from helping out on the flight deck wherever you can to taking care of cargo, passenger personnel, aeromed missions where they may send flight deck up and the cockpit, or I'm sorry, the cargo hold as a portable hospital to take care of wounded. And then we can also come back and do refueling. So it's a multifaceted position. As an enlisted guy, you can get out of high school, join the military, and get in some training and get up to speed and be face-to-face with receivers.
You talked about proficiency a few minutes ago. Tell us a little bit about your personal experience with becoming proficient at this job.
Well, it's funny. I'm still going through proficiency because I was 15 years as a maintainer, and then I finally crossed over into the aircrew world. And I'm only 3 years new at being a boom operator, so I am still trying to be proficient. So every day that I fly this airplane, I'm still learning something and trying to stay proficient. So I'm current and qualified, but I still try to get proficient at being as smooth as I can and then flawless as I can. So it's almost like second nature. So muscle memory, and when a receiver comes up, I have no concerns. I know exactly what to do. I just want to be more fluid and just kind of finite all my boom abilities, so I can just line that up and make a precision contact every time. So for me, it's just a huge culture change going from a maintainer to jumping on this thing and doing this kind of a job. So my hurdles, because I was a maintainer so long, a lot of my instructors are younger than I am, and I've been in the service probably when some of these guys were little. So it takes a bit for me to kind of put the age aside and just absorb as much as I can because there's some amazing boom operators. So that's probably one of my biggest hurdles. Not that it's a hurdle, but it's just something I noticed. But that's every day flying this thing that I do fly it is proficiency gain.
I got one more question.
Go ahead.
Since it's a tanker, you've got a lot more fuel on board. Obviously, most of it's in the wings. Where's the rest of the tanks?
Under your feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all body tanks. Yep. So in order for us to offload fuel, it's got to come through the body tanks. And there's a fuel management panel up front where the pilots can negotiate where that fuel goes. So they do it for fuel trimming, and then they also do it for placement, so we know what's going to be offloaded for whatever the receiver is that we expect. So, yeah.
Actually, that was going to be my next question. Since you're pulling fuel out of such massive central-line tanks, does the pilots manually rebalance the aircraft every time that needs to be done?
Yep. They sure do.
So pilots have trainers that they can learn in, right? Simulators. Is there a simulator for what you do?
There is, yeah. So we still have sims that we have to do. We also have a simulator that we call a CRM sim, which the pilots are also engaged in. The CRM is a crew resource management sim. It allows us to communicate effectively. So the instructor behind us who's running the sim will throw a whole menagerie of different problems to us. So they may stop an engine, they may create a full fire, hydraulic leaks, and we gotta get through the books, figure it out, and see if we can keep our heads about ourselves, get through the checklists, and just make a safe landing. So that's one of the simulators we do. We also do simulators to mimic anything I don't want to see in flight. Some of the things I may not ever see or don't want to see, they'll do that in the simulator, just again to see how you react, how you combat it, how your emergency procedures are initiated, and just how efficient you can do. Because that's some of the stuff I never want to see or won't see. So that's the kind of stuff that they'll throw in front of you with these simulators.
Sure. So where do you actually control the boom from?
The boom is right behind me. So the boom operator station is below the oxygen tanks here. And there's 3 seats. The center seat would be the one for the boom operator. The right seat would be for the instructor boom if an instructor is required for the flight. And the left seat is what we consider an observation seat. So if anybody is a passenger or an additional pilot was on board and they wanted to check it out, that's where they would be. But all the boom is handled from the center position, and you're laying on your belly, you're in a chin support, there's a window, a hand control on your right, another hand control on your left to telescope the boom in and out, hand control on the right controls azimuth and elevation. You'll be on radio contact, headsets, and you're trying to visually acquire the receiver. You're going to hear where they are. The pilots will be in communication. And once they get to a certain distance, and once you can visualize, it's pilot's discretion to give you the radios, and then you're going to kind of coordinate what's going on in the back. You're going to constantly speak with the pilots up front, let them know the position. And then you'll be in communication with the receiver. They'll tell you their intentions. You'll make sure that everybody's up front is ready, and you'll coach them in for contacts. Contacts for proficiency. They may need some fuel. They may want some fuel, but normally it's proficiency. They'll swap out pilots. They may back off, swap pilots out. They'll get their proficiency because there's so many checks and balances they have to get every flight every year.
So what struck me was that you're face down. You're on your belly. How long, I mean, are you in that position? Not a comfortable or easy position to be in.
Not a terribly uncomfortable position. It is awkward. It's fairly comfortable. If I have one fighter jet that just needs a quick top off, I could give them that in 2 minutes, and I can be done. If there's multiple fighters, it's however fighters and whatever they need for fuel. We can offload about 1,000 to 1,200 gallons per minute.
Wow.
So it's pretty quick for a fighter because it's a smaller capacity that they need. If it's a big C5 like the one that's in front of us, or a C-17, or multiple fighters, you could be down there hour and a half, 2 hours. You could have multiple boom operators. You guys can swap out. You can tell the receivers to hold back a half a mile. Keep a safe space, and we're going to swap seats. If fatigue's setting up, it's always a good idea to do that. Or just step away yourself. You can tell that if there's no emergency, you can tell the receivers, hey, I just need a minute. Step off, come back, and then refuel them a minute or two later, or whatever it takes.
Anybody who's watched boom operation, watched the refueling, the aerial refueling, who's out there watching right now saying, you know, I think I might want to do this. What do you have to say to them?
I think it's the best enlisted job in the Air Force, my opinion. I did the ground stuff, I did the maintainer stuff. Again, I learned a lot, I loved it. It's just so different. You see a whole other side of the Air Force. I understand why I did what I did on the ground and why we have to do to get these in the air and that aspect of it. But there's a whole other side of this airplane I never noticed until I became a boom operator. So obviously I know it puts fuel on other planes, but I never got to witness or see any of that until I was in flight doing the position. So it basically reintroduced the airplane to me. So before I looked at it as, all right, the guys are going out flying, they're picking up packs, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're going to refuel. Until you see it and do it, it all starts to full circle make sense. It's kind of the first time when you're doing the job at the air base you're assigned to, you're doing this, you're doing that, and anybody who's doing it knows what I'm talking about. The clerical stuff, the paperwork, all this is silly, I don't know what. Once you get over there and start doing what you've been training for, it all starts to make sense. And then it's like, and then you, my opinion, then you really start to appreciate why you're doing what you're trained to do. And that's why I just think this is great. We get to the jet, maintenance helps us out, gets the thing off the ground. I do everything from cargo hold to helping the guys out in the front, like I spoke of earlier, and then seeing this. So again, it's just it just doesn't get old for me. So cool. I think when 20 years comes, which is shortly, I think I'm going to stick around a little longer because it's not a bad gig.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
That's good to hear. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Yeah,
All right. You'll be able to find the live stream on AirshowTeam.tv.
Awesome. I'll do that.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yep.
All right, so that was really cool getting to talk to the boom operator of the KC-135. Very cool, very cool. All right, let's go see what else we can find.
It's not like in the actual. Or is
that?
The air conditioning.
Right in the
yeah,
suit.
it's gonna go right in the suit. Kind of like.
Well, I got pressurized.
Yeah.
Let's go back over. We're going to check on the Italian team, see if they're still signing autographs. That was pretty fun. Alright, we're going to head back over, see if the Italian team is still signing autographs. It's a little bit more cool here now. Gotta stay hydrated in the air shows. Passing by. One last look at the C5M. There it is. Tail end. Let's go on the outside this time so you can get an idea. There you go, under the wing. Tires say acceptable for install on them. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Since they're on the plane at this point. characteristics of the C5M. Operating weight 400,000 pounds. $247 feet long, 65 feet high. Wingspan of 222 feet. Look at that. Pretty cool. They're pulling the John Deeres forward here. The Italian team is still down there signing, and see if we can get some merch today from this Rochester Air Show. Everybody's closing up shop right now. Everybody's closing up shop right now. The crowds have dwindled, but we are still here trying to find some interesting things to see. Did you enjoy that interview with the room operator? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed that. Hey Liam! Thanks for tuning in. You were here 20 minutes ago. You missed it already, huh? We're going to back over and see if the Italian team is still signing. It's been a great little air show. So if you haven't been out to an air show yet this summer, you got to do it. I encourage you to find an air show of any size that's near you or that you can travel to. Pick your favorite team. If you want to see Frecce Tricolori again, then, you know, you got, I think, 8 more chances to do that. I showed you the map earlier in the broadcast, and you can find it also on their website, and I'm going to drop that link down in the comments below. I think we were at the C5 and the KCM, and the KC-135 so long that I think the Italian team is all done. So we'll walk down and see. We're getting our steps in. We get a lot of steps in there, so that's for sure. Let's go see what's going on down here. Oh, they're there. They're still signing. We'll get to see them up close and in person. The team that flew that colorful, incredible acrobatic display. Here goes the Southwest flight out. Here they are. Here's the team that flew that incredible. All 10 pilots here. Get one of the posters? Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm going to get this signed for you guys. Get this signed for you guys. I got a poster here. We're going to get it signed. I'm sure you got to ask this 500 times.
We can stand if you want.
Bravo, bravo, bravissimo. Lefty.
Yeah.
Yes. Grazie. Bravo. Bravissimo.
Arrivo, c'è l'ultimo.
Grazie. Grazie.
Ciao.
Okay, keep going. Oh,
Grazie.
fine. I keep
Grazie. Grazie, grazie.
You want me to write it down again?
Grazie. Thank you. Grazie. All right, you guys, I got this incredible poster signed for you guys. I'm going to be giving this away. Signed by the entire team. I'm going to be giving this away. So comment below, and I'll be posting the link. Be sure to follow AirshowTeamTV, and I'm going to be giving this signed poster away to one of you. More details in the comments. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off for now. If you are interested in this signed autographed poster from this incredible team that you saw perform today, then go ahead and drop a comment below. You must be a follower on our Airshow Team TV YouTube channel. You have to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So find us. Our links are below, and we'll be seeing you again soon. More details on our Facebook page about the giveaway. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'm Lynn Rebuck saying goodbye from Rochester Air Show. You have a great evening. Bye now.